G'day guys, welcome to Scotch Down Under. I'm Ken.
I'm Kibble.
And I'm Carly.
And today we're going back to Japan.
Oh.
So this is a new one that popped up on the shelf just recently. And because, she likes the Japanese stuff, we had to give it a go.
Yes.
Damn shame.
Yeah. So this is Kensei, Japanese Whisky.
Nom nom nom.
This company that actually makes this makes sake in Japan. And now they've finally decided to go into making some blended whiskey. So this is a blend of different whiskies. There's no indication of who, what, when, where.
Whether it's grain or...
Yeah,
Don't know.
from what I've read, it's just Japanese whiskies, they say. 3 to 4 years and American oak. And that's about it, information. This is only 40% ABV. And 700ml bottle, the product of Japan. The company is actually a weird name, I can't pronounce it. I did see it on their thing, it's got a weird name, but there it is. It's Kiyokawa Co Limited. I think it's actually the place, but But Kensei is actually a Japanese honorary title given to a warrior of legendary skill and swordsmanship.
So we wouldn't get it then.
Nope.
No.
Yeah. So Kensei warriors spend their lives training and fighting in order to attain a level of perfection. Every army needs warriors who specialise in victory. So that's the story, which is pretty cool.
So it's a whiskey for winners.
Yep.
Whiskey for the Japanese army.
Right.
Yep. And it's Kensei, which has got my name in it, so...
No.
That's going to come up every time he drinks it.
It
No,
does.
just the once.
No, it came up when we first bought it. Oh, look, it's all Ken in it.
Yeah. I like the label though. It's
Well, yeah, we'll get on to that. I do like the label and stuff. I like that gold bronze looking... It's almost like the... What's the name? Those things.
Emblems?
No, it's a word that I can't think of right now. Those things.
Talismans.
talisman.
Yeah, talisman.
Talisman.
A medal of some sort.
And it's got a stamp on there, and I can't read Japanese characters, so I have no idea what it says. It could be saying, screw you, Kaijai, or whatever.
Not much point in showing me this really because I haven't got my glasses on.
No.
But
Pass them down.
there is a little bit of texture there.
Oh, we got something.
Well, it's almost, and it's like a
Paper,
rice paper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice rice paper. Yep. But as I said earlier, they do make sake, so that might have something to do with it.
But not bad. Yeah. 40% ABV. We'll see how we go.
Yeah. Lovely fresh, grassy sweetness straight off the bat.
Smells a little
Ricey?
richer than the Toki, because the Toki is like really light and citrusy and fresh.
Yeah, yep. This has got a bit more.
Bit more richness.
Very ricey smell.
Very soft sweetness on the nose. Soft, very soft caramel.
Like dry rice, not wet rice.
Yeah, dry rice.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's almost that. Yeah, they're almost mustiness again.
Yeah.
Yep. Like before you washed your rice before you're about to cook it. It's
Yeah.
like dry dust. I thought you were snorting.
No, just
I know what you were
Resetting my nose.
what you were
Resetting
doing,
the
but it
snooze.
was just really loud.
not quite hay, but definitely something sort of.
I have a vision of Japanese anime with the grass going in the wind, and then you see it like a ninja or a samurai running along in the grass.
Naruto run.
yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yep.
That's interesting.
Yeah, there's some kind of melon in the background there as well.
Winter melon?
Yeah, something like that.
Did you get winter melons in Japan?
Yeah.
It's a bit like, well, we call them honeydews. They call them winter melons.
Much else?
No.
Yeah, a bit of grass, bit of toast.
Very soft melon.
Yeah, that and the soft melon, not much else really.
Not quite the sweetness I would associate with a honeydew, but maybe like more of a rock melon.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
And the skin, not the flesh.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah,
actual
yeah,
skin bit.
the actual when
so
you
you've already eaten it, and you've just got the remnants left.
Or when you're going to smell a rock melon to see if it's ripe or not.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, that,
Smell, yeah,
that's
That's
it.
it.
That's where that muskiness sort of
Yeah.
comes in as well.
you smell the bottom end of the melon to see if it's ripe or not.
Okay, so it's rock melon.
Got a different tone. Ooh.
Oh.
Straight away, there's sweetness, but it's caramelized fruit
Yep.
because there's still something fruity there, but there's that
Like
richness.
caramelised peaches?
Yeah.
Like, or like
Yeah.
butterscotch peaches.
Caramelised pear, yeah.
Caramelized.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or a toffee apple.
Yeah. Yeah, toffee apple.
Toffee apple.
Remember that first?
Oh, it's got a really nice mouthfeel.
Yeah, that really nice. That first mouthfeel was like, oh, I don't recall it because I've had a couple of sips of this earlier, but this is definitely got a little
Different
bit
to
better.
what we first tried it.
Because that sweetness was actually quite nice. Like that toffee apple kind of. Yeah, I don't mind it.
And yeah, it's sort of it's dissipating and sort of sliding off into the cheek as more of a just a soft honey for me.
It's actually got a decent mouthfeel, isn't it?
There's a nice warmth to it.
Yeah, it's especially on the side of the tongue. Really got a nice little kick.
No real pepperiness to speak of.
Not just that warming kick of ABV on the side of the tongue. It's not on the top of the tongue or the middle or the back. It's right on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, it lights up.
Chummy.
Sort of off the side of the tongue and into the cheek.
Finish doesn't hang around too long. There's just that little bit of lingering honey toffee, like when you eat a toffee apple and you get that little bit of toffee hangs around.
Yeah, the finish really brings that soft, rich feel of honey.
Yeah,
Like the
more than the
texture, not
flavour.
the taste.
More than the flavour. Yeah.
Just don't burp up.
What's it like coming back after it's gone down?
Not nice.
Or is that a combination of dinner and the dram?
There's a combination of the very first whiskey and this one. That's done a very smart move.
Okay, I'm getting a bit more malt on the nose.
Hey, the water didn't kill it this time.
Yeah, that's right, because we tried this.
The water killed it.
We didn't
when
like it with the.
Oh,
Well, we haven't tasted it yet.
Or did
No.
you put too much water in last time?
No,
No.
we only put a little bit in, but we didn't like
tiny
it.
bit. It killed
It
it.
really dried off. But
This
from
one-
what I recall, I reckon this is more ABV. And this is below your normal amount.
As I've said before, that sort of 43 to 46 is my real, and above is my
Yeah.
real, like 46 is my sweet spot where I can get my nose straight in there.
Whoa.
Lower
Below 40.
ABVs,
Ah, the low ones kick in.
low ABVs tend to kick me when I
Yeah.
have a big deep sniff. So yeah, that's basically what's
I
happened
can
there.
now smell
Well, I'm getting more malt.
more caramel.
More caramel?
Like your Jersey caramels.
More
Oh,
malt.
the chewy ones.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just getting more malt.
And a little of the oak.
Yeah, a little bit.
There's definitely something more earthy coming
I mean,
through.
this is American oak because there's none of those fancy casks. It's just American oak from what I've read. 3 to 4 years, I reckon.
Okay, water hasn't killed it this time.
Bit of pepperiness.
Yeah, because I can taste a pepper and cardamom. But like your Szechuan pepper coming through.
So now I'm getting a bit of heat on the back of the throat now. Whereas before it was on the side of the tongue, now it's on the back. So right on the back as you swallow it, and none on the... And on the approach, it's still got that nice rich toffee apple. But I found the palate quite thin.
Yeah.
In the mouthfeel. It's a bit
Yeah.
It's gone very thin.
Very bit watery.
And that lovely initial soft sweetness has really faded
Yep.
for me.
It's a real
Now on the
peppery-
nose, after I've had that first taste with the water, it's definitely got more oak. Like have a sniff now, it's more oaky.
Yeah. So it's one I wouldn't suggest diluting.
No, and
No.
that's the same thing we said before.
Still got the Szechuan pepper taste in my mouth. From it.
So that second one is just flat and bland and boring. With a bit of wood note.
Yeah.
Tiny bit of honey right at the end. But other than that, meh.
Definitely do not add water to it.
Well, it might be better halfway down, I don't know. I mean, it does leave a little bit in the back of the throat, like a little... Like we said earlier, that toffee note hangs around. The feeling of, not the taste, like that honey, like you were saying,
Yeah.
it just hangs around the back like there's something there you've had.
I mean, it is like without the water, it was like the finish and the aftertaste is quite nice, but it
Quite
tapers off
pleasant.
fairly quick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't hang around.
But you're left with a nice mouthfeel.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, interesting.
Not bad. Alright, so final thoughts. How many $2 do you reckon?
I'm going to take a stab and say it's actually a little cheaper than some of the Suntory stuff. So, you know, your Toki sits around 70, I'm going to say 65.
Bang on. 65.
At the moment on
It
special.
is 65.
Oh, it's on special.
At
Yeah.
65.
Regularly retails around 90.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is a bit...
Okay.
Yeah, it's getting up there. But with the big hype of Japanese whiskey and...
It's understandable.
Yeah.
It's definitely... They've gone, oh, this Japanese stuff is pretty popular. Let's push something out.
Even up around 90, still quite pleasant, still kind of very enjoyable. I don't feel you're getting ripped off at that.
No. I've had 65 because it was on special and
yeah.
I thought it was a good punt to have a go.
Yeah.
And I think that initial statement on a bit more richness and depth than the Toki, that holds true.
Yeah.
So, you know,
True, the Toki's a little bit more one-dimensional.
in saying that,
Yeah,
it's worth paying that extra for a little bit more depth and character.
Yeah, out of 10.
7.5.
7.5?
7.
7? Not your favourite Japanese whiskey?
No.
No.
No, you know what mine is.
I'll give it a 7.25. Because for $90, I think it's a bit lacking for that. 65, I'm happy to pay.
Oh, look, if it was down around that 65 all day, every day, then possibly give it an extra point.
Yeah. But I think it's a little lacking. I do like that honey note, but there's other whiskies around there that not Japanese, I must admit, because it's cheaper price.
Oh.
But
There's others that deliver better. In the price
Yeah.
range.
for 65, we shouldn't say the 65 because the $90 is what you're actually going to be buying for it. Paying for it on the shelf, that's getting up there.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit overpriced, but I can understand because of the popularity of Japanese whiskies. And look online. I found this is actually starting to disappear off the shelves. It's come out of stock in a lot of places as well. It's like, God damn, Japanese whiskey, man. As soon as someone sees the Japanese, they're like, oh, God.
Yeah.
It's a bit
But
ridiculous.
by the same token, if this is their sort of first run, shall we say, or their first import batch, then they may not have brought in a massive quantity.
True.
So, obviously, as with anything, you get a smallish amount in, distribute
Test
it
the
out,
waters, there
test
we
the
go.
waters,
Yep.
boom, then you get a big order.
Yep.
And then you start looking at other expressions.
But I think, like one of our previous episodes, this is a good little kicker off a starter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or if
for
you just-
Japanese whiskey, yes.
Yeah, like if you wanted to try some Japanese whiskey, this is a good one to start off with.
Not
Definitely.
me.
It's got some nice depth and character.
Definitely not me. I didn't start off with it.
No, I mean when you start your night,
Yeah.
start your flight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, even saying that, if you wanted to introduce somebody to Japanese whiskey, this is actually not that bad.
No.
Yeah. I mean, it's got that, but just don't add water.
Because
Yeah.
it has that little bit of character and richness to it. You know, it's maybe a better one to have as a first Japanese rather than something that's super light and fresh.
Yep. Because that mouthfeel's quite nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite pleasant, and yeah, that honey melon characteristic toffee apple was, yeah, quite nice. Like I want to finish this and have another pour to actually get that back again because I didn't mind that. See if it actually comes back after we've had someone added water.
Any excuse for another dram.
Yeah, why not? always
Yeah.
any excuse for another dram. And I'm like that.
Have a good one.